So what is good with y'all, man? This is crunch time. And we about to dive into this situation with Joel Embiid, man. Who Joel Embiid seemed like he just keep throwing shots. So he has thrown shots at LeBron James. We already know that. During the Olympic play, Team USA basketball tournament, he has thrown shots at his teammate LeBron James, saying he's too old. He not what he used to be. Shouldn't be playing through him. We gonna lose because of him. Right? Now he is throwing shots at Jayson Tatum. Now, I don't know how old this video is, but it has been released right now while they playing on the team together. So this man, Joel Embiid, now is throwing shots at Jayson Tatum now. And he's saying now the only reason he ain't winning is because he got a super team. And Embiid is saying, oh, if I had a super team, I would be winning too. And it's just, it seemed like this man Embiid keep pointing a finger now. I ain't gonna lie. It seemed like he keep pointing a finger at somebody Embiid who it seemed like is getting real toxic now. And I'm going to just go ahead and play exactly what he said so y'all can hear what he said.
Or he gives me trouble about Jayson. Yeah, he's got a super team. You know what I mean? Like, if I had a super team too, I would win too. You know.
I mean, I tell him the same thing. Like,
well, you got a super team now, coach.
If I go 5 for 20, like, we get blown out.
You guys don't know how much shit that I get with like.
You're a West Coast guy.
So he's saying, oh, if I go 5 for 20, my team will get blown out. So, dang, hold on. So he's saying, bro, listen. Not only is he saying Tatum has a super team, he also throwing shots at Tatum, you know, shooting bad from the field. Talking about these 5 for 20 games. Oh, if I do that, if I go 5 for 20, damn, so you basically saying Tatum out here be shooting 5 for 20. That's basically what he's saying. So, I don't know, man. A lot of people look at it a little different. I'm looking at Embiid like, bro, you done had teams, though. You done had a team where you had Jimmy Butler on the team with Ben Simmons, who's the #1 overall pick. Y'all couldn't do nothing. Then you got, you know, you wanted Harden. You got Harden. He led the league in assists for you. Gave you 2 40-point games in the playoffs to help beat the Celtics, ironically. So you didn't have these teams. Now you got Paul George. So you talking about having a super team. Now you have Paul George coming there next season. So I ain't trying to hear nothing. They said Maxey the next superstar and he up and coming. You're going to add Paul George with that after he was tampering on TNT. So for him to be talking about, oh, super team this and that. Now I know Tatum has always had well-balanced teams, but I don't know if he always had super teams though. This is really probably the only year he had a legit super team. If you're gonna make the argument that it's a super team, you feel me? Which I don't know. It's kind of like a lightweight super team. It's just a whole bunch of real good pieces on the team, in my opinion. But you can call it a super team. I think you got 2 superstars, and then what you have is you got superstar caliber guys on their best. Like if so and so have a good season. Like, if Holiday have a real good season, he an all-star. If Derek White have an amazing season, he can be an all-star. And so forth and so on. And obviously, Horford used to be an all-star back in the day. But it's just sickening, man, when you see Embiid continue to point the finger. That's why I said that next year, I don't think they even going to win with Paul George. He pointed the finger a lot. Embiid doesn't take responsibility. Let's just call it what it is. Joel Embiid doesn't take responsibility for his own downfalls, his shortcomings. He blames everybody else. And every single year he gets hurt. That's the reason you don't win, because every year you get hurt. So it ain't no, oh, he got a super team. Because sometimes if you have a super team, you still lose. You know, he ain't going to say Giannis' name. What about Giannis? You don't want to say Giannis' name. Well, Giannis had a super team too. See, that's what I'm talking about. So now everybody got a super team, huh? So you didn't throw shot again. He didn't throw shots at LeBron on the team. Now Tatum and all this stuff coming out during the Olympics, and y'all still confident that this team gonna win, bro, with the chemistry. issues. I feel as though this would actually cause real chemistry issues, bro. People care about this stuff, man. Like Tatum scrolling, he don't want to hear this. He scrolling on his phone.
What's good, bro?
Yeah, what's up, Chris? How you feel about Embiid, bro? I feel like he keep playing the finger.
I think, man, bro, because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I have faith in the 76ers every year, bro. So it's
Right,
like it's hard to keep giving this man excuses, bro. And
right.
you got Tyrese Maxey stepping up
Big time.
big time in the playoffs. So yeah, bro. He definitely just he bitter. And he just, he kind of salty that Tatum won this year, bro. He just can't get it done, bro, and it's causing like I can already tell it's causing tension in the locker room, bro. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? All these shots being thrown. What it was just somebody just threw a shot yesterday, didn't it? On the Olympic team, you had went live about it. Dang, what it was.
Oh, no, it was somebody. That was KCP.
Oh, oh, okay.
But Embiid, remember he threw shots at LeBron first. First he throwing shots at LeBron, talking about he too old, he not what he used to be, and all this.
Yeah,
Uh, when LeBron stepping up in the clutch in these games, what you doing?
thanks.
Like what is he actually doing? And then you got this, and like you said, Maxey turning into a superstar this season, and he just added Paul
Yeah,
George. So if they
yeah.
don't win next year, then what? Because that's
But it's
basically
like.
yeah.
But I feel like we say that every year though, like, oh, they just added James Harden. They just added
Hmm.
Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They
if he don't
had
win this
Jimmy.
year,
Facts.
yeah, so it's like, man,
And look, Jimmy done been to the finals twice since he left Embiid.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
So for him to say this stuff, it's like I feel like Embiid don't never take responsibility, bro.
He don't. He don't, bro. He done had times like where especially 2019, like he done had plenty of years he could have went, bro. But he just not that guy, dog. That's all. He's just not that guy.
Yeah, but he's not that guy, man. I feel like he done had all the pieces. You know what I'm saying? They
And
lost.
and
They
one
lost.
last thing, the 76ers got a better squad than the Celtics, top to bottom on the lineup.
No, for real though. And he didn't had. I think he didn't have more help than
Hell
Tatum.
yes.
He didn't have
Hell
more help than
yes.
Tatum throughout their whole career, bro.
Facts.
I'm sorry to say this, but whenever you ever seen a center complain more than he does,
That's facts.
I never seen it.
never seen it. I'm telling you this. There's like multiple centers out there who didn't have a stacked squad and didn't complain about it. All they did was if they saw the team wasn't doing good, they just had to say, you know what, that's not my team. Then I'll go to a different team that I feel like I can win with, instead of crying about it.
Yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
like we already gave him a 2 year gap. Remember when he first came in the league, he was hurt his first 2 seasons.
Yup.
So we waiting for him. You know what I'm saying? We give you Ben Simmons. He was the first pick. You know what I'm saying? You ruined his career. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm about to. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm about to start blaming Embiid for some of that, bro. Because
I'm a, I'm
he
gonna
was
just
tearing Ben Simmons down. He was talking trash about Ben Simmons when he was still on the team, dog. And now you see he still can't get out the second round.
Yeah, that's true though.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I'm
just say
saying?
I'm gonna just say this right now. So to me, Embiid, he's dumb because he wants to always blame someone else. But in reality, look, there's centers who I've seen actually gone on to win championships without, and they even need a super team to win it.
Right. Right.
Look at Dirk Nowitzki. He didn't have a super team, and he won a championship. He went out there by himself and demolished all those super teams.
Fan.
Damn,
If
man,
Jo-
that's a
if,
good
if
point.
Joel Embiid is so good, and he's talking a lot of trash, but if he got that big mouth, then he should instead of using that big mouth to be talking trash to players, he should be using that big mouth to be demolishing the players
Facts.
Yeah.
instead of
Facts.
opening it.
Remember, Giannis got a ring.
Yup.
Recently, Jokic beating dudes. Jokic beat the Phoenix Suns. He beat Bron and AD.
Kawhi Leonard.
So these guys, man, and beat. I'm not trying to hear it. Where you at right now? You on the couch? What you
Hey,
doing?
hey, hey, I'm gonna just say this. that Joel Embiid, him trying to coach, he's being like LeBron James. He's being Le GM. He's Le GM. Trying to. You know, if you think you're, and for me as a Joel Embiid person, if you think you're so badass and stuff, why don't the coach step away? Why don't you just tell the coach? Why don't I take control and I see if I can do better as
Yeah,
a coach?
you seen. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
So who y'all think have more to prove this year, Paul George or Joel Embiid?
Ah, that's Joel Embiid all the way.
No,
Because
that's Joel
I'm gonna say
Embiid.
Embiid. I'm gonna
Paul
say
George is
Embiid.
like a role player.
Paul
Yeah,
George done proved it already, especially with the Clippers.
I'm gonna say Embiid. Well, Paul George already said that he's not a leader. So like he already
Damn.
said he want to be the second guy. Like no, for real. He said like I'm not a guy that's gonna lead us. So we know it's Embiid. Plus Embiid done won the MVP. He got everything he wanted. He tampered when he was on TNT. He tampered with Paul George. Said they gonna bring pieces, and then you know what I'm saying. So he getting everything he wants.
Yep, ain't no excuses.
Yeah, man. I'm
I'm
done.
a,
I'm done making excuses. Even Dwight Howard went to the finals. Y'all go to the finals. I got Dwight Howard over.
Hey, Crunch. Now I know this the topic, but whenever you transition, I got some info for you. You probably gonna like this.
look.
So it went down.
I'm gonna just say this. He just wants to come out there, throw hands at Tatum, just because he's on Team USA, and he's seen probably that he's probably scoring more points than him. So then he wants to talk trash because there's two Celtics players and there's not another 76ers player on the Team USA. So he's probably mad about that. It's not. It's you know. In reality, maybe if the guy can stop getting hurt and actually realize and come to reality and play smarter, then maybe they will have a chance of winning the championship.
Yeah, that's why. That's why he can't win every year. He keep getting hurt every year. And then he sold. Remember, he lost to. Listen, I know him. I know Ben Simmons wasn't trying to shoot, certain layups and stuff, but he lost
Yeah.
to Trey. He lost to Trey Young, flat out. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff is on him to me, bro.
I'm going to say this. He's basically just like the Milwaukee Bucks team, basically. You know, but you see, in the case of Milwaukee, you see how last year, they had Dame, they had Giannis, they got hurt. But did you go and see them post on the internet saying, Celtics only won because our players were injured? No. They didn't cry about it. You see the Knicks. You just see them go ahead and say, y'all only won because half our players were injured.
Facts.
You didn't see them cry. You didn't see them go ahead and cry about it.
Right, you don't cry about it. And then the Knicks beat the Sixers when they don't have a super team.
And
Did they play the Knicks or they played the whatchamacallit? My bad.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say this, and I bet if Damian Lillard was still on the Trailblazers, he'd probably go further than Joel Embiid. And it's just him basically on the team, him and Nurkic. That's it.
Facts.
That's it. And he's made it to the playoffs how many times in his career compared to, I know Joel Embiid hasn't been in the league that long, not that long, I don't think, but he's missed playoffs. I don't think Damian's missed playoffs so far.
Embiid has had more help too.
Yeah. Dame, okay, people can say he had CJ McCollum. But he doesn't have a dominant center like Joel Embiid.
Right, bro. This man Embiid has had Harden, who was leading the league in
Points.
he was leading the league in assists when he was on Philly. But remember, he came from Brooklyn.
Then they have it. Didn't they have at one point? Wasn't it James Harden and Jimmy Butler together?
Nah, I don't think they played together. I'm trying to think who it was.
I know they had someone.
We had Maxey. It was him and Maxey. So we still had Maxey.
Bro, them two was a phenomenal duo.
Facts, bro.
No,
They
With
were
he talking
phenomenal
about
duo.
he talking about that year they had Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, and
Oh
Joel
yeah,
Embiid.
yeah, yeah.
They
yeah,
were super
yeah,
stacked
yeah,
that year.
yeah. It was Ben Simmons and Butler. That's what it was. And Ben Simmons was actually nice at one point in time. Like I know people talk, trash about him now, but he was
I mean,
definitely a
he's doing
problem.
better now with the team he's on.
Yeah,
Can't
maybe.
complain.
Yeah, I'm gonna still give him a chance.
You know, it comes down to a point where we look at it and say, like you said before, when is he gonna step up and say, "I do apologize, guys. I keep getting injured too much. I'm not consistently staying healthy. I'm not helping the team out. So here's the thing: I'm gonna play so many games, and then to a certain point, like when it gets halfway through the season, like when we know we're gonna make playoffs, step out. When
Right.
we know we secured a spot for the playoff spot, I'm gonna step out. So then I know when it comes to playoffs time, I'm not hurt.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Hey
That kind of
Dominic,
makes sense.
Uh,
it really can be. Is I mean, I no, don't get me wrong. What you saying, I think that's a great way to look at it. But Joel Embiid got to understand, bruh. You're not a normal sized human being, so you got to do the extra stuff. Like
Hmm.
you're eating number one. You need to pay attention. Stop eating all them burgers and stuff, bro. That's not helping you in the sport
that's
that
too
you're in.
much.
Right. Then it's like, bruh, for you to be a big man, you need to be emphasizing yoga. Look at Hakeem Olajuwon. Look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh damn, they
Both
were
of them
skinny as
played
hell.
what 18, 19 seasons. You rarely heard about them being injured because they did yoga, and they started
Yeah.
doing yoga at like 27. So by the time they were 37, their body was accustomed to it. It's like the old bamboo, bend but don't break. See, that's what Embiid got to do. But see, Embiid ain't thinking on that level because he just like he's resting on his talent. And it's like
Hey,
that old saying, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
So so my only thing I got. So if he's considering Tatum because he won a championship with a super team, well then how come he doesn't go up there and say LeBron James only won championships because he had a super team?
Well,
Well then they
that's the
go say
thing.
MJ won because he had a super team.
Well, that's the thing.
Kobe
Remember, he
won
did
because he
just
had a
throw
super team.
shots. Remember, he did just throw shots at LeBron too before this one, and so they all playing together. So now he's throwing shots at LeBron and Tatum.
I
So what you just
and,
said, he probably feel like that about LeBron. He probably just ain't saying it.
in my opinion, I feel like so they're just probably Jason Tatum and LeBron James are just probably like, it's whatever. You're just talking. You're just talking. We know when it comes to NBA season, you're trash and you can't stay healthy. So they know that.
I mean, Embiid really can't talk because Embiid done had a couple super teams. He just ain't did nothing. So I don't even understand what
Yeah, that's what I was
his point
saying. Like
is.
he had basically like what he's asking for.
But I'm gonna just say this. So Embiid has had a super team with like two or three or four players on the team. Okay, yeah, I get that. But look at these other players who only has like two superstars on the team and win championships.
Look at the Nuggets. The Nuggets only got one superstar. They won.
They kind of have a whole team around.
But do you consider Jamal Murray a superstar though? Be honest.
I kind of do in a way.
I don't.
Oh,
Jamal Murray is nice. Don't get me wrong. I like Jamal Murray. He's not a superstar.
and then
Jokic
Michael.
is a superstar.
What about Michael Porter Jr.?
He's a star. He's not a
Neither one of them
superstar.
guys is superstars.
Yeah, he's a star. Like
Aaron
that's the
Gordon?
thing. Everybody not worthy of that superstar mantle. Like I said, I think Jamal Murray could probably elevate to that role, but he ain't quite there yet because that team like legitimately goes through Nikola Jokic until the fourth quarter. Then it's kind of like the roles are reversed. But
All I can say is he can't consider the Celtics a super team just because none of that. Um, so none of those players on that team has been to the playoffs, has been to the championships more than 3 times.
That don't mean you're not a superstar or a super team.
But it's not. But he didn't go. But the year he went, he didn't go with that super team. With apparently they called it
But
super team.
so Dominic, so by that point you just said like you said none of those players have been to the championship. So does it have to be multiple players that go to the championship to you 3 times? Because like if that's the case, that only means like there's no such like thing as a super team then because if we going together And if we building up together, you can't use that against me. If we get into the finals as a team, we're building up and we get into the finals constantly together. So that would mean like the MJ team wasn't a super team because within their first 2 times getting there, because that was their first 2 times getting there.
Just
So
like the
that would mean that
Warriors
they weren't a super team.
before KD, just like the Warriors. Like I never called them.
So the Warriors weren't a super team. So it's no such thing as a super team then. Like if that's the case.
I just don't believe in my opinion. So I just don't believe there's a super. There's super
Me
teams
either.
out there.
I
just
agree,
believe-
Dominic. I think the term is just an excuse for you to lose. I don't agree either. I don't think
No, yeah, because the only thing,
It does get
you got
over
a
gas,
star
for
player,
sure.
you got one star player on the team, you got a role player on the team, then you got a man who's helped. You got the assist player, and you got the defensive player, and I don't consider all them. You can't consider a whole team the stars because then if you consider them a whole super team, then basically you're saying, all right, you know what? Then they should all be on the All Star team. Let's just throw them on the All Star team. We're gonna win. Or that's a super team right there. Let's just throw
All
them on
super
Team
teams
USA.
aren't created equal though. They don't have the same
Yeah,
ingredients.
that's true. That's true.
Yep.
So, but to me, the most thing you kind of look for super teams is, do they have any weaknesses?
Hey,
Yeah.
so
Prime example. I don't consider OKC a super team, and look what they turned out to be. But I never said that was a super team. They just
So-
drafted well. They took KD
Exactly.
in 07. They took Westbrook in 08. They took Harden in 09. But I never said OKC was a super team. I was like, no, they drafted well. They built them up. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it come to fruition.
I got a main question. So since in the fact of Joel Embiid, since he wants to consider, Celtics as a super team, if he's considered that a super team, so he's basically going to say that the Brooklyn Nets, when they had James Harden and all those players and Kevin
know.
Durant and Kyrie Irving,
I mean,
they were a super team.
Yeah, you could make that argument, but if somebody disagrees, I could see why. But
It is a difference though when you like certain teams be labeled as super teams when they really just have a big 3.
yeah,
So-
yeah, exactly. Like Boston, for example. I just call them a big 3. But if somebody wanted to stretch it, pause no Diddy, and say that's a super team, cool. But I just said that was a big 3.
So
Yeah, the super team is just based off of how you look at the players. I'm not gonna lie.
See, but that's the thing. I don't even think.
is,
I don't
if
even
you
know if Boston got it.
If you looking at, I will say like, if you want to say it is super teams, I would like put them in 2 different categories. I don't take away from the quote unquote super teams who just they grew up together in the NBA and they just became that good. I'm not gonna criticize teams for like building a foundation and going through the struggles and then becoming that good. That's what they're supposed to do. But like you can say the negative connotation of a super team is you colluding with the best players in the league to say, come on,
Yeah,
let's
we
move.
gonna play the we all gonna team
like
up.
to take away from the competition in your conference or overall in the league. Like if you go hit up 2 other guys that are established players in the league that we can, before you play with them, we can go say, yeah, he was cold as fuck. Like he was one of the best players in the world before y'all joined up. Then you could say that's a negative connotation of it, because now what you're doing is, because the initial one where you're building, you don't know, like with Steph, Clay, and Draymond, when they got drafted, we didn't know what Klay Thompson was gonna be. We didn't know.
I don't think anyone did.
We didn't know what you didn't know what Scottie Pippen was gonna be. You didn't know what certain players were gonna be. But you didn't know what Kevin McHale and all them guys was gonna be with Larry Bird. You didn't know they were gonna be that good. So if I can look at a team and be like, okay, damn, he got these players. This player's on this level before they join. This player's on this level before they join. These niggas are established players. So you're colluding with players that you know are the best players in the league to come hoop together to make it easier for y'all to win a championship. So like that's the negative connotation of it. But you, like I said, you don't. With Steph Curry and them, we didn't know what Steph Curry and them was going to be.
Nobody knew what Steph was gonna become because he had
But
his
that's
ankle
why,
injury.
and that's why I say I don't think, and that's definitely well said. I don't think that I'm not sure if Boston is a super team. Like the players
not.
they added, the players they added, I don't look at them as bona fide perennial
like-
all-stars.
Hey,
I was gonna
Crunch.
say, wait, hold on,
my
I was
fault,
gonna say,
go
I was going, cause this is my definition of a super team. I think it's like just what Miami did. It was like when you team up, or like how Brooklyn did. If you got 2 superstars, And then the third, you teaming up with a third guy that's still a perennial all-star that's close to a superstar level. Then you have a super team because you putting yourself head and shoulders over the other team. I think just like you said, like a team that's just built up from the ground up. I don't call them a super team because that can be based on anything how they got that good. It could be because of the leadership of the best player, the coaching, the system, the equipment in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? The weight room. It can mean anything.
So
Hey, I got one. I got one. So put Giannis on that current Celtics team, and just remove Al Horford.
that's a super.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
Okay, so that's I would say that is the criteria right there, because not
Isn't that a
only are
super team
you
right there?
taking a playoff contender, but you're weakening the
the
competition in that
conference. Yep.
conference.
Hey,
Right.
so
That ain't even no playoff contender. That's a title contender.
Yeah,
that
that's what.
that's
Yeah, that's what.
basically
My bad. My
You
bad.
taking
Yeah.
away.
That's a title contender. Yeah,
You
you're
taking
taking a title
away.
contending team, and then you're pretty much taking the other team's best players, so they're no longer a threat. And now he's on Boston, so they're unbeatable.
hey, no
And,
one
yeah,
ever
and
gonna
this
stop
is my
them.
thing. Like when it comes to teams, it's like building up. People like to say like oh, certain teams that's like building up for super teams, but because they have this. But I always say, bro, the amount of name talent you have don't matter if you're not
Oh shit! What up,
properly
Jay? I ain't know you came.
utilizing it. It don't matter. So I'm like, when you're looking at like
Oh,
the
what's good, bro?
Celtics, the team with the Celtics, it could have easily went wrong, bro. They could have easily lost in the second round, have been going back and forth with each other, going like arguing. Porzingis, all that could have easily happened. Like when I'm looking at a team that like built up, like there's no like I said, there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to make that shit work when you're building a team together. But if you got established players to come together, you have no excuse to not figure that shit out, because we know your intention when you trying to get together with them dudes. We know what you're
Yep.
trying to do. You went out and you played against these dudes. You played
Mm-hmm.
against them and you knew how good they were. And you said, you know
Yeah.
what? If I get with these dudes, it's gonna be way easier for me to get here and get here.
Yeah. I
Instead
can
of
get
me
a
staying with my
championship.
squad and getting through this. It's different, bro. It's
Yeah,
different.
I can. Hey, look, and that's the thing. That is like, yo, when you stay, it's like, bro, the adversity that you about to go through, like, it's a little scary. Like, I understand players, like,
There's
yo,
no
I'm
guarantee.
right. Like, but look, that's what sports is, though. Like, that's the tough part. Like, that's what's gonna make you great. The fact that you like, if you win a championship under that type of circumstance, like the urgency, bro, like. It's just a different level, bro. It make it more believable when you win it. Like I don't like when people make super teams and then start crying when they win a championship. Like, oh my
Hey,
god.
hey, hey, Crunch. Think about it, right? Hakeem Olajuwon and Dirk stuck it out with their franchises. They became made men.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Hey, look, if
And,
Dirk
No,
don't
no,
win it,
no,
hey, look,
no,
Dirk.
no. The reason why I said that, because
Duncan.
it's like we know Kobe, like we know Kobe, we know MJ. I'm just giving the other guys the credit,
Like, like,
the,
like, look,
that
if
don't get
LeBron stayed
mentioned.
in, if LeBron stayed there the first time, even if he win like 2 to 3 rings, I think he's still in the GOAT conversation, bro. But I think he was so worried about how Jordan resume looked and how Magic and them look. You know what I'm saying? He wanted it to look a certain way. Oh, you got had this many times that you won the Finals MVP. Oh, because Jordan did it about 6 times. So I gotta, like, no. If you just do it your way, I think with his talent, that can push you over like a Hakeem or a Magic. Like Larry Bird got 3 rings. If
Yeah,
LeBron wins 3 rings in Cleveland without leaving, I'm putting him ahead of Larry Bird.
and Crunch, right? Check this out. I know I got this player in my top 13. Like some people got him top 15, but look at Isaiah Thomas.
Right.
Stayed in Detroit, went back to back. Now, I think had he three-peated, it'd be no question that he's top 10. So, with what you said about LeBron, even if LeBron didn't three-peat, win back to back at least, and
You win
then
back to
win
back in
one more.
Cleveland, right? And then you win probably
yeah,
like
Another
another
one.
time later
if
on.
he go 3-1, I was talking about this too. How that Pluto, we was having a conversation about this. If LeBron go like, hypothetically speaking, if he go like 3-1 in Cleveland, and we see the trials and tribulations he go through, whoopty whoop, like that would be better for him. Like
Yeah,
instead
right.
of him dip, what made it bad is the fact that he dipped out when he lost. He was like, man, I can't do it no more. I can't do it. Like when he left, that showed that he felt like he could not win a championship. He
Mm-hmm.
felt
I
like he
ain't
couldn't
gonna
do
lie,
it.
that's nasty, y'all.
Regardless of how good the team was. It ain't nasty, it's the facts because that's what happened.
It's kind of
Like,
nasty,
Yeah.
bro.
so
Nah,
You
it
can't
ain't true
you
act
can
though.
say
like
it's
I
nasty,
think
but
it's
it's
true.
literally
I'm
the facts
saying
of
it's
what
nasty,
happened.
bro. I'm
It's
saying
Yeah,
it's
literally
nasty.
because
the facts. He had a team
You
that went 39-2 at home, one of the greatest home records of all time.
Second
He
to the
had back-to-back
Celtics, who went
60-win teams. He was a
40-1.
back-to-back MVP. He lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. Had a great performance. Whoop-de-whoop. Lost to a team without their point guard. Then the next season
They
you
still had a point
you lose
guard.
to the next team. You lose to the
Who
They
was
still
it?
had a point guard.
no,
Who
he
was it?
lost to the team. I'm talking
No,
about
no, who
without
was it?
their starting point guard, Jameer Nelson.
Jameer
Yeah, but
Nelson.
Ray for
Jameer
That was
Austin
their
was
Nelson.
a very
that was
good
their most
backup
shout out
point
to
guard
that was
to
their
have.
most efficient player. That was their floor general. So he
But
lost to
Ray
a
for
team like the
Austin
floor
still was a
general.
very good
yeah, but
point
Mo
guard to
Williams,
have.
I'm not saying that
wait.
the other players were not very good players,
Yeah,
but
well,
who are
yeah.
better?
Hey,
Who better?
Chaz, let me know when you finish. I'm
Rayford
gonna come
Austin
back to that.
or Jameer Nelson? Come on, bro. We know who was better for
I
that team.
mean, it's
Courtney
just
Lee or
this.
Jameer
Wait,
Nelson? Come
wait,
on,
wait.
let's
Talking
stop.
about
Let's
Rayford
not do that.
Austin wasn't better than Mo Williams and Delonte West, though.
I
But
didn't
no,
say
it's
he
no,
was.
it's no. The
he
I
was.
team.
didn't
No,
say
I'm
he
not
was.
even trying to get into
I'm
that. The
saying
Yeah,
team
he
Oh, okay,
served
yeah.
the
I
okay,
could tell
role,
okay.
Chaz
bro.
wasn't even really trying to go that route.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I'm not even trying to do that.
yeah.
It's not
I'm
about the
saying
route,
that
bro.
you can say what I'm saying is nasty based off of how
Bro,
you
come on, bro.
feel, but the facts are the facts. He literally said that he had to team up with him to win because he wanted to win the championship. He didn't know if he could win the championship. He literally said that. So I'm like, you can say what I'm saying is nasty, but the facts, the proof is in the pudding.
I'm gonna say it's
Like
nasty,
what
bro.
happened is happened, bro. Like so, I'm not trying to hear that.
I'm
Hey,
just
so
know I'm gonna say it's nasty. I'm gonna say it's nasty.
Yeah,
I got a
LeBron. Okay,
question.
so LeBron nasty for saying it too. Then cool.
He
Nasty.
is. He
I
definitely nasty too.
I got a question for you guys. So you, you see how there's people out there calling teams super teams. Are they only calling them super teams just because they know the players, they know them, they've seen how they play?
It's just like the word hater. That's just a crutch word they just throwing out there now because it's convenient.
It's
And it's
just
really
What?
sad to be honest.
Because
yeah,
I
like
feel
it's
like
like
I feel like they're calling them super teams only just because so they call, for example, they call the Bulls a
It's
super
giving them a
team.
way out. It's giving them a way out. So if you lose, oh well, I couldn't beat this team no way. But if you win, oh wait a minute, I gotta be the greatest ever. So no, man, it's like
But look, here's the thing. If people want to consider, like for example, people want to consider Celtics a super team.
hell
For
no.
example, I'm gonna say this. Look at Kobe. He said, "You know what? You beat me one year. Screw it. You come back next year. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you next year."
Yeah,
And he
right, right,
came
right.
back
I
and
see
beat
what
them.
you're
if you
saying.
Right?
that good, you can beat a
He
team
didn't have a
like that.
super
I
team.
promise you, yo. Like you can beat a team. Like,
You can
but
get a team. You
what
just have to
y'all? I
rely
got
on
a
your
question for
players.
y'all though. I got a question for y'all. What y'all consider? Cause what do y'all feel about the Lakers and the Celtics from the '80s? This what I think. I think the Lakers was a super team, bro. But I don't think the
They
Celtics was a
were.
super team. I
They
don't.
were a super team.
But look, I don't think that.
I, I
I
don't
don't
think
think the
that.
Celtics was a super team because they was organically built together versus Kareem and Magic. I feel like people knew what Magic was going to be, and Kareem was already what he was, and Worthy was supposed to be a superstar.
Right.
Now, Crunch.
Now,
I'm glad you brought that up. That's a
yeah,
great
you
point.
could say like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think a team that's built from the ground up, no matter how great the players become, like you guys were saying earlier, you can't categorize them as a super team. Like you got to give Curry and Clay's rings have weight to them, regardless with whether KD or not, because they did it before him and they did it after him, and they for the
Hmm.
most part were built from the ground up. Same with
Yeah,
the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? When you sit back and you look at it, most teams that have gone on to win chips had a mixture of veteran and youthful talent. You know what I'm saying? San Antonio, you can't call them a super team because they built from the ground up when they was winning with Tim Duncan. They draft well and kept their pieces in place and kept pushing.
Are
yeah.
you
Like I
sure we
look at
can't
this.
call the Warriors a super team though?
Yeah,
No,
Dwayne, you can. Yeah, I was
I
gonna say you
don't
can
know.
talk. Just make sure you go on mute. Every time you finish.
Oh
all
yeah, my
right.
fault, man.
Sorry
My
about that.
background loud. My bad. But no,
You
no,
good?
Crunch. I was gonna say yeah. So okay, now Magic. I believe they knew what they was getting because he just came off that national championship.
Yeah.
And Kareem is great, but I always have to put Kareem in the correct category. He was individually great because he couldn't get like. If y'all go back and look, Kareem could never win no more than one playoff series per year. Anytime he got
I
to the
agree.
playoffs, he couldn't get out the second round.
Oh
I
yeah.
agree.
So now I got to say this. Okay, Kareem is great individually, but Magic is great within the framework of the team, meaning he can raise the ceiling of the team.
I
So
agree. I agree with that.
I do see like some people who want to say, oh, well, the Lakers was a super team. I'm like, all right, cool, but when they got James Worthy, I'm gonna tell y'all the only thing Jerry Buss did, he just took the same blueprint from Red Auerbach because Red Auerbach was trying to he was like trying to he was like really trying to bully them, like he was trying to bully everybody to get the Celtics best players. So when he came to LA, Jerry Buss just did him like Master P did Suge Knight when he was like, "Hey man, LA, it's only one line out here. It ain't big enough for two." And what P say? When you leave. So
Hey,
when Red Auerbach came over there, Jerry Buss told him like, "Don't forget, you in LA. You're not in Boston. I do what the fuck I want to do over here."
hey, side
They
note,
was
side
a
note,
team to
side
me.
note. Drew Holiday, he named Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose, and Kobe Bryant as his 3 hardest players to defend ever.
Yep.
Wait, why Kimber
Yep.
Walker though?
Kemba
Yeah, I
is
seen
cold,
that.
bro.
Hey, you better go watch
Kimber
Kimber,
used to
man.
get
Prime
locked
I know
Kimber
up.
was
Kimber
bad.
was
like
cold
that.
because
Kimber
he
used
played
to
for
get
my
Kimba
beat.
is tough to
You better
guard,
watch it,
bro.
homie.
he played for my team, so I know he was cold.
I mean,
Kemba is tough.
He played for your
Like
team.
yeah, it's different. Like that's
He
something
played for
people
the
gotta
team I
realize.
like.
Like, when
I be
people
watching.
making these statements, like we watching this shit from a like third. We looking at this shit from a bird's eye view, third person perspective. They're playing against these dudes from a first person perspective. They're looking at these dudes face to face, like they're guarding these dudes face to face. It's different when you in somebody's face and having to guard them than you watching somebody from the
Yeah.
ceiling. It's completely different. It's not the
Hey,
same.
yeah, you just got more credibility. That's just all
so
it is.
I gotta think. So how come you don't ever see any like a lot of people go out there and say, "Oh, this defender was really hard for me to defend." They just act like they're acting like, "Oh, I never had no defender that was hard for me to defend."
No. I heard folks say that though, but I think that Kyrie. I heard folks talk about the best defenders. Kyrie said Avery Bradley is the best defender in the league.
Yeah, and also it's also like PR too. Like most people care about like offense, so they would rather hear a great defensive player talk about how tough an offensive player is to stop rather than the other way around. So that's
offensive
probably why
players
you don't hear it
is-
because they don't
Yeah,
really
like-
ask those questions a lot.
But great
But-
defenders always, like, if you ask Ron Artest, he said Brandon Roy was the toughest guard he ever had. So it's like all of them have different guys that got off on them differently. So
Kobe
So,
had no problem telling folks Tony Allen was his toughest matchup.
yeah,
I thought
think he
I'm gonna
was,
ask y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all like,
Yeah, Tony was cold in his day.
I
Hey,
thought
who y'all
T-Mac
think
was
is
his hard defender.
who y'all think is the three best on ball defenders that y'all seen?
Tony
Uh-huh.
Allen,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Tony
gotta
Allen.
get that.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
Tony
yeah,
Allen.
something.
probably,
I might.
Tony Allen,
Kawhi.
Sidney Moncrief, and Gary Payton.
I'm gonna say
And
Tony
I can
Allen.
see Kawhi. Yeah, San Antonio
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
You could see, yeah.
Yeah,
Drew Holiday.
the Calico. Who you got?
Nah, I agree with those. I
You got to put Drew
I
Holiday in
can't
there.
I can't disagree with those names just mentioned. GP was a dog. I mean, when you look at it, the best defenders were dogs. Yeah, Avery Bradley was a dog. I really like Ron Artest. Ron Artest was a dog too, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You got to give Ron his props. He was a
Hell
dog.
yeah, you definitely do.
But if you want to talk about great defenders, we can't talk about that and not talk about Rodman.
But
Yeah, he
who?
was all over the place. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was like a free
I
safety.
think
yeah,
Rodman
Rodman was like
yeah.
a free safety.
Right,
Yeah,
Rodman, he in
yeah,
his
yeah.
own category because he could defend
Yeah.
on ball, off the ball, come out of
Yeah.
nowhere. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
Yeah,
that
like
dude,
he had two different phases of him.
Yeah,
The
man.
Detroit Robin was like, you know what I'm saying? He was a perimeter type of dude. Like he can guard guards. But when he got older in the league, he became like a forward and center stopper.
hey, but wait, don't forget though, they put him on James Worthy in '89 to slow him down when Magic got hurt. So that's
Yeah,
how
because he
versatile
was
he
hard to
was.
slow down.
Yeah, I mean, but James Worthy is small forward. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But he was nasty at his position.
What
I
about
think James
Sean
Worthy kind
Marion?
of overrated a little bit. But I ain't.
Hold on, we got to
Yeah,
give
Yeah, I'ma say.
some time too. We got to give Iguodala some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm about to say, yo. Look, I was about to say, I
I think it's too many. Like it's so
got
many. I
Avery
think
Bradley. I got Avery Bradley, Andre Iguodala, and probably I don't know, the third one always tough for me though. Tony Allen.
yeah,
Kawhi.
TA was a dog.
DA would
Yes,
be
He probably
on
first. He probably number
48.
one. So it's
Yeah,
probably him, Iggy, and Avery Bradley.
See, I'm from
Tony
Boston.
Allen
TA.
kept his hands moving. Yeah, he kept his
Yes, he
hands moving
did.
all the
He did.
time. He
Yep,
kept his
he
hands
did.
moving.
Yeah, TA
Yeah.
would give you 48 minutes of defense and then be at the club smoking on Newports right after. I swear to God.
Yep.
I swear to God. He was a dog.
They say smoking don't affect you when you stay in shape. The only time it
Mhm.
affects you is
Shit.
when you smoking and you don't stay in
Shit.
shape.
Not
Facts.
no squares though. You
Hey,
can't
but
fuck
I'm
no
not
Nah, he
listening.
squares.
was
Hey, but I'm
smoking
gonna say this though.
squares.
I'm not gonna test that theory, and I'm not telling nobody to go out there and
Nah,
do
of
it.
course,
I
You
know
of
you
that.
course
probably
not.
you
I'm
could
just
smoke
saying
some
it baffled me because
weed.
I'll never forget the first time, and this is right after they won the chip. I'm like, man, you out here smoking cigarettes? And he's like, man, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I did mine. So I was like, I ain't even mad at
Spoken
you.
like a real Chicagoan. That's my dog.
All
Yeah.
right, fellas.
Boy,
Fellas,
straight out the inner city.
I got another question for you guys. So, and I have yet to see people figure out who it is, but in my opinion, so I want to know from the Warriors, right? I want to know who was more of a role player to the team, Andre Iguodala or Draymond Green?
Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Iggy was more important.
Yeah.
He helped more when it came to playoffs than Draymond.
Hey, look, you know how I feel about Iggy, bro.
Nah, listen.
You
Draymond,
said more important role player or
you
more other
can't
role
take it
players?
from Draymond. You can't take nothing
Who
from
was more
Draymond.
important in the playoffs, Iguodala or Draymond?
You know how I feel about Iggy, though.
I probably
I would say
would say
Draymond.
Draymond only
I would say
because he
Draymond.
was like the facilitator because Steph Curry would bring the ball down.
He could get nasty though.
Yeah, Steph Curry would bring the ball down and Draymond was like the point guard or like the
Yeah,
point
point
forward at the
center.
top of the
Yeah.
key.
Yeah, he was.
And I'm
It
not
was
saying Iggy can't do that, but it's like you don't want to put that many responsibilities on Iguodala because then you're gonna wear him down. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
probably
You
would
gotta ask
they were
yourself
slightly
who
both
had
had
favor
the
more clutch
same
Draymond.
jobs
moments in the
essentially. Though
playoffs,
both of them was
Iggy or
facilitators
Draymond.
of the offense. Both of them was great defenders. They both had similar roles on the team.
Yeah, I always say
I
that
mean,
Iggy.
yeah, I see that too. Yeah,
I always say Iggy more important. I think Iggy was definitely more important because
I could see that. I could see that argument though. Iggy being more important.
What was that dude that played? Damn, I can't believe I forgot his name. He won with the Warriors too.
Sean Livingston.
Or
Nah, he used to. Yeah, not him, but he used to
Harrison
play.
Barnes.
Nah. He used to play for Indiana. He was
Was
a
he center?
dog too. He
David
was a
West.
David West.
Oh,
Oh
D
yeah.
West.
Another
Yeah,
dog.
D
Oh
West.
man, David
Yeah,
West.
D West.
David West was a dog.
Man.
Hey, but bro, think about this, right? Now I'm not saying none of y'all saying this, but I think most people from the outside looking in, they think the Warriors are just 3-point shooters. I'm like, no. Them
Hell
dudes
no.
They could play all around.
they had two dudes who could give you buckets in the mid range and the low post. I said,
Yeah.
go look at Harrison Barnes, right?
Yeah.
Then go look at Sean Livingston. Both of them dudes could post up, hit mid range. I said, then like you said, David West, Kevin Durant, mid range, post up. I'm like, they did more than shoot threes.
Andrew Bogan.
And well, yeah, Andrew Wiggins too, mid range,
Yeah.
post up.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do y'all think? Who do y'all think is better, yo? David West or Zebo?
Zebo.
Zebo.
Oh, but David West?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Zebo because
Zebo was 20 and 10.
yeah, and he carried his team. That's the only reason I give it to Zebo,
Bro, when they beat the Spurs, bro, they was manhandling them dudes.
Yeah.
Him and Gasol down there, they couldn't do nothing with them. boys.
Zebo was a dog. They was scared of Zebo. Like all the antics that what's the old boy that was playing for Sacramento?
DeMarcus
Zebo
Cousins,
was
yeah.
like that for real.
He told
Hey,
DeMarcus, he said, from where I'm from, we bully the bullies.
Yeah, he said we bully the bullies where I'm from.
Yeah. Zebo was definitely. I've always had respect for Zebo's game, man.
And so
That boy couldn't get off the ground with 3 inches.
Yep, and was giving you everything you can handle.
I got a question because everyone forgets about him. So I want to see. Do you guys think Tyron Lawson had a good career?
Who?
Ty Lawson.
T.Y. Lawson.
Ty Lawson off Denver.
Yeah, I think he had a pretty good. Yeah, I think he
Because
had a pretty good career.
not many people you see nowadays ever talk about him at all about how he played or how good
I
he
think
was.
he just didn't get a chance to like be on
Show
a
his
championship
potential.
contender. Yeah, but he was nice though, because I mean he was in the league for like what 10, 9, 11 years.
Yeah, that's
think
just
that
like
was.
He was a
Brandon
good.
Roy.
I think he was a good
Brandon
player,
Roy
but
was
just
a
not many people
problem
talking on
too.
it.
Yeah. Then he one of my Tar Heels, so I got to speak highly of Ty Lawson.
Would you
Yeah,
would you
I'm just
consider
saying,
him?
but
Would you consider taking him over Rondo?
nah,
No.
nah,
hell no.
No, that's
Nah.
gonna be tough because I don't think he could do what Rondo did with that
Yeah,
Celtics
Rondo.
team.
Bro, he's an
Rondo.
undersized point guard, bro.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Rondo was 6'1", but Rondo played bigger than what he looked on TV, though,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Rondo had long
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah, he had like a
And
6'8",
it's not
6'9"
just the long
wingspan.
arms. He had some mitts on him.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did. So
but the
if
length,
you
but the pause, but
yeah, when you put all them qualities together, it's like, bro, I don't like Rondo was really the perfect fit. Like outside of maybe Chris Paul, I don't think nobody else could have
So he was a
did.
better version of Chris Paul.
if they would have
basically.
added Chris Paul to that team, but that was an outright super team.
Oh yeah, you had Chris Paul because now he got that mid range jumper, so you got to guard him off the pick and roll.
Yeah,
And Rondo was just so quick and so fast that he could split that pick and roll and get right into the teeth of the defense.
And Rondo was more of a clean player. Chris Paul's a dirty player.
Yeah.
Both of them boys is dirty, man.
Nah.
But Rondo don't make it so
Rondo
blatant though.
dirty
Chris
shit.
Paul make it blatant, man.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul definitely did some hot shit. I ain't
That's why Rondo punched him in his face.
He did, bro. He socked him up.
So that boy got smacked.
Rondo was like, "You ain't gonna do a me on me." Nah.
All right. So who is more effective in the power forward positions? Was it who was that one guy? Paul Pierce or
No, Paul Pierce was a small forward.
he's smart?
Yeah, he was small forward.
Was and Blake Griffin?
Power forward.
Yeah.
So who was more? So wasn't David West that power forward?
Yeah, he was a power
Yeah.
forward.
So who is more consistent? Like who helps more on the team in their position? David West or Blake Griffin?
David
Blake
West.
Griffin.
Well, I'm gonna take David West.
No, I'm going with Blake
as a power
Griffin.
forward, David West.
Yeah.
But as an athlete, Blake Griffin.
Because David West, he played with Chris Paul when they was in New Orleans, and they was like making that noise down there. Then he went to Indiana. They went to the conference finals. Then I think where'd he go? Did he go to the Warriors right after that, or did he go to the Spurs?
I mean, he went to the Warriors, maybe. I can't remember.
Okay,
No, he went to the Spurs.
I felt like he retired after the Warriors, so it must have been
Okay.
Spurs then
So-
Warriors.
Might have went to the Spurs.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like wherever David West went, like bro, they were like contending. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
He found the perfect
he
spot
was
with the Warriors.
he was in better situations though. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know because nobody like before Chris Paul got there and D West, I think didn't he come in that 03 draft with LeBron and them?
yeah, he did.
So that's what I'm saying. Like even when he got to the league, like
He wasn't on nothing though.
Before
he wasn't on nothing till
before
Chris
he
Paul got there.
That's what I'm saying. Before he got to New Orleans, like they weren't really known for them. But then Chris Paul come there. All right, so I would say he was a player kind of like Kareem. He needed that point guard to
He
facilitate the
wasn't nothing like
offense.
Kareem.
No. I'm saying a lesser tier. I'm saying like a lesser tier.
So my question is for you guys. Who so with that Celtics, with that Clippers team, when they had Blake Griffin, Chris Paul and all them, who was the actual player you can consider like the star player from the team?
Chris
He
Paul.
had 2 star players.
Yeah, but Blake Griffin couldn't really shoot though, man. He had. To
But what
get
about
that jumper
DeAndre
down.
Jordan though?
He was
DeAndre
nice.
Jordan is not a star player, man.
He wasn't a star player, but he was nice. Nice rim protection, alley oops, and all that.
JJ Redick? No.
Man said DeAndre Jordan.
JJ Redick was a catch and shoot. He was a role player.
What about Lamar Odom?
What?
They had Lamar Odom at one point. So
Corey
Crack
McGetty.
here, LO. Come on, man.
No, Odom was gone though. He didn't play with Chris Paul.
Corey McGetty, the best Clippers player ever.
he left when they got drafted, didn't they?
No, Lamar Odom, he went to the Miami Heat after he left the Clippers because he played with D Wade his rookie year.
No, he played with the Clippers at the end of his career.
Oh, before he
went back to the
retired, he
Clippers.
came back.
I know he played at one point with the
Oh,
Lakers,
okay.
didn't
He won 6 man of the year with Kobe. You know, everybody say Kobe don't make nobody better. I'm like, well, how the hell Lamar Odom win 6 man of the year?
Drop that bar.
Hey, I'm just saying, man.
Drop
You know
that
what's funny?
bar.
We
You know
gotta
what's
bring
funny?
these facts. We gotta bring these facts for
The
Kobe,
best
man. They be trying to like
Clip that one.
minimize that man.
Yo, I think the best Clippers player ever is Corey McGetty.
Hey, wait, hold on, Crush. Over Elton Brand?
Yeah.
That's
Yo,
not
boy,
bad.
Corey McGetty.
Over Elton Brand?
Corey McGetty, bro, he the most random player ever.
Hey, Corey McGetty was underrated as far as the score.
Nah, he was underrated, but I'm saying y'all would take Corey McGetty over Elton Brand?
Nah, I ain't know.
I don't know. Wasn't Elton Brand? Didn't Elton Brand start his career in Philly, or was it afterwards?
I don't know, but he didn't really start. He didn't start the pop.
He started with the Bulls.
I felt like he had a run with Philly.
Trading away all type
Ended up,
I would take Corey McGetty.
Clippers. Yeah, McGetty. Now we can't forget about Steve Francis though.
Franchise.
Oh, he played for the Clippers?
Nah, he's talking about the Rockets.
Just
in general. Yeah, he was.
Hey, y'all talking about all these point guards that got bunnies now, man. Them boys wasn't messing with Steve franchise.
Nah, hell no.
So
because he had a package too, yo.
Bro.
Yeah, I give him that.
2 or 3 of them.
So we consider so I got a question. So for the Charlotte Hornets,
8,000 questions.
for the Charlotte Hornets, who do you guys consider the best player from the team all time?
Charlotte Hornets?
Yeah.
Muggsy Bogues.
Chris Paul.
What about
I said Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
No way. Larry Johnson.
I'm probably going Kemba, yo.
I'm going Kemba, bro.
Larry Johnson.
I don't know if I go.
Yeah, Larry Johnson. Well, I don't know how long did Larry Johnson play though.
I think he played his. I thought he played his entire career with him.
No. He went to the Knicks. He went to the Knicks.
He was like 4 years. Because
Larry
Johnson and Lonzo started there.
I'm gonna take Glenn Rice as the greatest Hornet.
Oh yeah.
Look, I gotta wrap it up though.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Hey, Crunch. Now, Crunch, what I was gonna tell you before you wrap it live up. So, hey, check these numbers out, right? Hey,
oh yeah.
Hey, so he shot 51% from the field. Okay. 44% from the mid range. 57% outside the paint. 38% from three, 82% from the free throw line in the 2002 NBA Finals.
Oh yeah, you got to tell me about that since you said last night.
I thought that was I was about to ask you that was Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, really?
Y'all funny you see.
Who did that?
I thought that was Michael Jordan. Yo,
that was Bean in 2002.
Damn.
How many points a game you average?
27. I think 27, 26.
That was you talking about in the finals or the?
Yeah, in the finals.
You talking about Kobe? Is that Kobe?
I think
in the dead ball area. Yeah,
I think he averaged 24 though.
24. I mean, it was somewhere. I think it was a little higher than I thought.
But it was but them
against the net. Wait, against the net.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check that real quick.
So
I mean, them shooting splits still impressive though.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild though, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
But the Kobe hate do need to stop. It's getting bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, yeah. Hey, it was 26.8. So round it up, that was 27 points per game.
Damn.
That's why I said, like, bro, the media, they just didn't want to get, like, they knew damn well he was the MVP. Because think about it. If he giving you 6 assists, cut it in half, how many of them assists going to Shaq?
Probably a lot of them.
See what I'm saying? Like, but it's all good.
You know they was hacking Shaq a lot too, so
thank you.
It's a lot of free throws. Yeah, man.
But Shaq still averaged like 33 and 16.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I give Shaq his props, but I'm like, when they always talk about Shaq numbers, I'm like, yeah, but who was assisting him on them shots?
But then remember,
no, go on and say it. Go on and say it. I know you know. They just don't want to say it.
But then remember, though, DA, Kobe. So he also was probably leading the team in assists, and he was guarding the best player on the other team.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd like 6'4", 6'5". So Kobe was guarding Jason Kidd.
A first ballot Hall of Famer, top 75 player.
A casual told me it was Rick Fox.
Man,
Kobe was guarding Jason
Rick Fox was guarding Richard Jefferson.
Hey, motherfuckers told me Rick Fox was an elite defender, man.
And then,
he wasn't elite.
Kobe was first team all defense.
He was
I
solid. He
know. I
wasn't
don't even
elite.
know how that shit be making sense though. Like, why
Man,
wasn't he first team all defense? If he was so elite?
bro, they'll say anything to minimize Kobe, man. It's sad.
Anything. They was just giving him away. They was just giving Kobe first team. Why they didn't give LeBron first team all defense if they just giving him away?
They just giving him right.
They was giving who?
The media got something against Kobe, but they don't got nothing against LeBron. I guess I don't be understanding these people arguing this, man.
Yeah, I do gotta wrap it up there. I got
For sure.
Out of your business, brother.